I hesitantly entered the centuries-old church, its towering spires reaching for the heavens. The air inside was heavy with the scent of aged wood and incense. Shadows danced along the pews, casting an eerie ambience. As I made my way to the front, an unsettling stillness settled over the sacred space. A sense of foreboding washed over me, but my curiosity pushed me forward, urging me to uncover the secrets held within. Whispers whispered in the distance, barely audible yet filled with a dark malevolence. The temperature plummeted, chilling me to the bone. Something wasn't right, but I couldn't turn back. I reached the altar, and there, beneath the flickering candlelight, I saw it, a grotesque statue. Its twisted features seemed to leer at me, a mockery of divinity. The air grew thick with an unnatural energy, suffocating and suffusing me with terror. Suddenly, a deafening scream pierced the silence. It echoed through the church, shaking its very foundations. Panic gripped me as I realized I was not alone. Demonic figures emerged from the shadows, their eyes burning with an infernal fire. I tried to flee, but the exit was blocked by an unseen force. I was trapped in a hellish nightmare, surrounded by ancient evil. The demons closed in, their grotesque forms contorting with each step. Praying for salvation, I clutched my crucifix, invoking the power of faith. But the demons laughed, their laughter echoing in my ears, mocking my feeble attempts at resistance. Their claws tore into my flesh, their demonic laughter becoming my final sound. As darkness enveloped me, I realized the horrifying truth: the church itself was a vessel of evil, a gateway to a realm beyond human comprehension. My story serves as a chilling reminder that even the holiest of places can harbor unspeakable horrors. The echoes of that horrific true church horror still haunt me, a haunting testament to the terrors that can lie dormant within the hallowed walls of faith. I stepped into the grand old church, its towering stained glass windows depicting scenes of divine beauty. The air was heavy with a mixture of reverence and solemnity. Little did I know that within these sacred walls, a nightmarish horror awaited me. As I walked down the aisle, a sense of unease settled over me. Shadows danced in the flickering candlelight, their movements unsettlingly erratic. The whispers of my footsteps echoed through the cavernous space, creating an eerie symphony. A chilling draft brushed against my skin, carrying with it a faint scent of decay. My heart quickened its pace, sensing something was dreadfully wrong. But curiosity fueled my determination to uncover the truth. Reaching the altar, I saw a hidden door, slightly ajar. My curiosity turned into an insatiable need to explore what lay beyond. As I stepped into the hidden chamber, a coldness washed over me, plunging me into darkness. Candles flickered to life, revealing a gruesome sight. The chamber was adorned with macabre symbols and blood-soaked walls. I stumbled backward, a gasp catching in my throat. Suddenly, a haunting melody filled the air, as if sung by a chorus of tormented souls. The ground shook beneath me as spectral figures materialized, their eyes hollow and their expressions contorted in eternal agony. Terrified, I tried to flee, but an unseen force held me captive. The ethereal beings closed in, their spectral touch sending icy tendrils through my veins. Their mournful cries reverberated in my ears, piercing my very soul. In the depths of that unholy chamber, I realized the church had become a breeding ground for malevolence. The forces of darkness had seeped into its sacred walls, twisting it into a haven of nightmares. I was a mere witness to the horrors that lay hidden beneath the facade of sanctity. The horrific true church horror had shattered my faith, forever reminding me that evil can fester in the most holy of places, preying upon the unsuspecting souls who dare to enter its realm. I cautiously entered the abandoned church, its once vibrant stained glass windows now shattered and dull. The air felt heavy, suffocating, as if an ancient darkness lingered within its sacred walls. I couldn't shake the unsettling feeling that something sinister awaited me. As I ventured deeper, the temperature dropped drastically, sending a shiver down my spine. The flickering candlelight cast eerie shadows, distorting the religious imagery around me. Whispers, barely audible, filled the stagnant air, their source elusive. In the heart of the sanctuary, I stumbled upon an old confessional booth. Its doors creaked open, inviting me to reveal my secrets to a silent presence. Hesitant, I stepped inside. As I closed the door, a suffocating darkness enveloped me. The air turned foul, as if tainted by ancient sins. A voice, both seductive and menacing, slithered into my ears, penetrating my thoughts. With each confession, the booth seemed to tighten around me, squeezing the breath from my lungs. The voice grew louder, more insidious, digging into the darkest corners of my mind. My sins were exposed, dissected, and used against me. In a moment of terror, the confessional transformed. The walls twisted and contorted, becoming a labyrinth of corridors that led me further into the depths of damnation. The voice pursued me relentlessly, taunting and tormenting my sanity. Whispers echoed through the halls, growing louder and more malicious. Shadows danced, their forms shifting into grotesque figures that lurked just beyond the reach of the flickering candles. As I desperately tried to escape, the church seemed to come alive, its once static features moving with a sinister purpose. Crucifixes twisted and inverted, stained glass windows shattered into sharp shards, and statues turned their gaze upon me with malevolence. In the heart-pounding chase that ensued, I found myself cornered in the chapel. The voice laughed triumphantly, its hold on my mind unyielding. Darkness consumed my vision, and I fell to my knees, succumbing to the horrifying truth. I was trapped in the clutches of an ancient, malevolent entity, condemned to an eternity of suffering within the haunted confines of this horrific true church horror. Cautiously stepped into the dilapidated church, its once pristine pews now coated in a thick layer of dust. The air felt suffocating, as if unseen eyes were watching my every move. I couldn't help but shudder, a sense of unease gripping my soul. As I ventured deeper, the flickering candlelight cast eerie shadows along the crumbling walls. The remnants of religious paintings seemed to twist and contort, their holy subjects warped into grotesque abominations. The atmosphere grew heavy with an otherworldly presence. A soft whisper beckoned me from the altar, drawing me closer with a hypnotic allure. Each step echoed through the hollow space, creating an unsettling symphony. The whispers grew louder, their words unintelligible yet filled with a sinister intent. Reaching the altar, I stumbled upon an ancient tome, its pages worn and yellowed with age. Curiosity overwhelmed my fear as I traced the fading text with trembling fingers. But as I did, an unseen force surged through me, sending a surge of icy dread down my spine. Suddenly, the candles flickered out, plunging the church into darkness. I gasped for breath, my heart pounding in my chest. A voice, chilling and inhuman, resonated through the void, proclaiming ancient incantations. The darkness gave birth to ethereal figures, their eyes hollow voids that emitted a haunting glow. They floated towards me, their ghostly forms contorting with every movement. Panic seized me, but escape was futile. The figures surrounded me, their ethereal touch sending frigid tendrils across my skin. Their malicious presence penetrated my very being, filling me with a sense of dread and despair beyond comprehension. In that moment, I realized the horrific truth: the church had become a vessel for unspeakable evil. Its walls echoed with the tormented souls of those lost to darkness, forever trapped in a macabre dance of suffering and malevolence. As the ghostly figures closed in, their unearthly cries reverberated through my soul. The horrific true church horror had claimed me, forever binding me to its nightmarish depths. I was lost, consumed by the darkness that dwelled within this unholy place.